Hello guys, this is Abdikarim from CodesideAcademy.com. Today we'll continue where we stopped last time on our Flask web development tutorial course for beginners. So today we'll be talking about securing our admin panel. So how to protect our admin panel. So I'll try and start my server once again. Okay, now I've started my server. So let me visit localhost/admin. So if we look at this carefully, this is not protected. Anybody can just visit our website/admin and have access to our database and see all our users' informations, which is not good. So we need to protect our admin panel from unwanted users to access our users' information. So to be able to do this, we need to import we've already imported what we need already, so we don't really have to do much from in here. We don't really have to do much here anymore. So we've already imported this. So to be able to do this, to be able to protect your page, you need to create a new class. Let's call this page controller. For this class controller, this will be the one that will be handling, that will be the one to handle the users, that will be the roles and permissions, what user can do on your website. Okay, can they visit admin URL? Can they access your record? Okay, can you have more than one admin? What is the role of this admin? This user is a secretary. What can this secretary do on your admin? This person is a programmer. What can he do in your admin? You are the CEO of the company. What can you do in your admin? So to be able to do this, we need to put our model view here. Okay, this that we have here that we usually use here, we'll use it here for now. Alright, so once we have this ready, we'll create a function. We'll call this function is accessible. So first we'll protect the page from unauthorized user, because if you observe here carefully, if I did not log in and I'm still able to access the admin dashboard, which is not supposed to be. I should not be able to access the page if I did not log in. So this will be our first step. We'll protect the admin page until user is logged in before they can access it. Then we'll proceed to roles and permission. So we take in self, okay, and then return current. Remember, in our Flask login during the session class, we import this guy here. So the return current user dot is underbar authenticated Okay, so this means if the user is authenticated, they can access the platform. If they are not authenticated, they can't access the admin dashboard. Okay, so the next thing, if the user is not authenticated, not auth, let's call this not auth. Okay, give it self once again, then return, we can abort. Let's just let us abort. Let's return a generic saying you are not authorized. You are not authorized. I can't spell authorized to use the admin dashboard. Okay, so instead of using model view here, controller has inherit model view, so controller can now perform the feature of model view. So and then it will now add some more other features to it. So all we have to do now, this class that we create, we'll change this model view here to the class name. So instead of putting model view here, we have put model view inside our controller, which controller has inherit model view, then pass a model controller here. So controller is doing the work of model view and still adding these functions. Alright, so let's save. It will automatically reload. Okay, let's try and visit the site once again. Now you can see it said forbidden. You don't have permission to access the blah blah blah, protected, readable, and so on and so forth. So now we can't access this page because we are not logged in. Alright, so now let me try to log in. So I have this, my password is 111. Okay, now you can see I've logged in, my session is active now. I visit admin, now I can access admin. Or if I log out and I try to access the admin panel once again, it won't work. Alright, you can see it's not displaying the user's information for me, so that means I can't access the user's information. It's just displaying control panel. Okay, so that's the part of allowing logged in user. Now let's assume we want to have rows. We want to do more than just logged in. We want to have rows. We want to assign rows to each user and what they can do on our admin platform. So out there, many people complain Flask doesn't support this kind of thing, or they say yeah, you have to use Flask security. Some will suggest Flask principle and so on and so forth. But here I will demonstrate how you can use Flask login to give roles and permission. It's not too typical. It's not a very strong. It's not too kind of hard coding way, but it's solving the problem perfectly. Okay, so to be able to have permission, we need to edit something in our table, in our database model. So we need to have a kind of column that will determine if the user can access the table, the admin dashboard or not. Okay, so here we need to have this column if the user is admin. So we'll have this column called is admin. So it will be db dot column. This will be a boolean. db dot column dot boolean. We all know what boolean is, true or false. So db boolean, and we will leave the default. Default will be false. Okay. Okay, now since we have this, the next thing for us to do is to be able to determine. Okay, let's just leave this like this for now. Right, once we have done this, we need to drop our database and create this once again, and so that we can be able to do more. I mean to add this new column to our database. So first I will drop this. Okay, drop this. Alright, so since I've dropped, I will cancel it. So I need to drop the database. So I'll go Python from main import drop a database in Flask SQL Alchemy. This is how you drop it. db.drop, or it will drop everything in our database. Everything in our database will be empty now. Then now let's create the column. Now the database again. Oh, sorry. Alright, so we are done here. Main.py. Let's start over again. So once we have done this now, so let me try and sign up. Let me sign up. My name will be my email address will be this. My password will still remain the same. My address will be Nigeria, Africa. Okay. Now sign up. Okay, we are done with this. So let me log in. So if I visit localhost /admin, I won't be able to see the information of the users, of any users yet, because I'm not logged in. So what we want to do now is that even if any user is logged in, if the user is not allowed to access the record, they won't still be able to access the record. So let me okay, so let me log in. Alright, my login is successful, my profile is live, I can log out. Alright, so since I'm here now, okay, the next thing for me to do is to go to the admin dashboard, and we can see I can access the user's information now, and I'm not an admin. So how are we going to make this possible? Now this is the new column that we had. Now is admin. So we need to make use of this column. So to be able to use this column, we'll come back here to our controller here. So we'll say if current user dot is admin equal true. Okay, and that means the user can access it. So we can now return current user dot is authenticated. Okay, else, so if the user is not valid, that means the user is not an admin at all, then we can now return an abort. So what is an abort in Flask? An abort is a way of you returning a 404 error, 50, whatever, 300, 200 error, any error you want to return, and you can return a generic context. So 404 error. So we need to import abort from here. Okay. So if I should try to go back, remember, by default in our database model, my is admin row will be false. So see, as long as it is false, I won't be able to access the record until it is true. Okay, so that is what we are trying to test here in our controller code here. If the current user.admin is true, then it should authenticate the user. The user should be able to access. Else, and this else is like a global way of catching. So if the user is not logged in at all, they won't be able to access the admin panel at all. It will abort. At the same time, if they are not admin, they won't be able to do anything. So I will have to remove this code here. Alright, so let me reload the page. By now this should abort. Alright, fine. Now you can see I cannot access this. Now this is what I mean by abort. Now you can return this message by yourself, returning URL not found. This is give you more security, a very secured way of protecting your web application from intruders or unwanted users to access. By now users will think there is no URL called admin, meanwhile there is a URL called admin. So the reason why I can't access admin, meanwhile my login section is still active, because if I go to dashboard, okay, my login section is still active. Remember, this information we are having here is from session. So on a normal day I should be able to access the admin as long as I'm logged in. Now we have changed it from that. If you are logged in and your role on the platform is not an admin role, you are not playing admin role, you won't be able to access it. Okay, so let's quickly create an account, an admin account. So to be able to do that, we need a new form for our admin to sign up. So I'll quickly come here, I'll create a sign up admin sign up .html here. Then let's quickly write a basic HTML code, a form tag for the admin. Have input will be text, will be we just need email and password from admin. So email, password, this will be text, this will be password. Okay, so alright, so once we are done with this form, just let me break it here. Okay, let's just come to our route. We create a route. So for the route, create admin. Then we have div create admin. Return render template admin on the sign up .html. Okay, so let's quickly visit the page and see maybe we have any syntax error. I'm having spelling issue. Let's let me copy this. Okay, fine. So we did not put submit button. So we have to put submit button. So value will be create, sign up. Okay, and we reload. Fine, so if we sign up now, this will be sending a get request, and we need to get the information. So we do it the normal way we used to do it in our Flask app. We specify the method that will be coming in, taking two methods, taking the get request, we're taking the get request, the post request, then we'll check the one that is coming in. So we will check if it is post, then we'll get the information. If request dot method equals to post, okay, then we say email. So let's just do it on the go. Let's create a new variable for user. New user equals to users email equals to request dot form email, okay, then password equals to request dot form password. So this is another method you can use to get information. db.session .add new user, okay. db.session.commit. Fine. So once we have this, let's just return a generic content. You have created an admin account. Fine. Okay, so we quickly need to come to are we having many issues? Let me check if we are having bugs. Okay, what's the bug all about? Okay, is the bug, made a mistake here. Alright, this is method. So we restart the server. So we'll come to our admin. We need to give these guys name. We didn't give them name. If we didn't give them name, we'll had proxy error. So this will be email. And this guy will be, sorry, this one will be name. Password. Okay. Fine. So once we are done with this, we need to talk to the URL we are submitting to. So the URL on the bar for the endpoint name. What is the endpoint name? This is the endpoint name. Create admin. Just copy it with Ctrl+C, then I paste Ctrl+V. Then the method that we'll be sending when we are submitting form will be post request. Fine. So let's come here, reload, and let's sign up. Record this outlook.com. That's what will be 111. Now we forgot something before we go deep. So to be able to make the admin permission work for us, so in here we need to say that it's admin is under the admin equals true. So once we have done this, then we are granting this user the permission to administration of our website. So said flask-admin has no attributes, commit. Okay, so let's see. So we have to call session. Here again, pv session dot commit. Right, then let's go back. We're going to reload, sign up as an admin once again. Okay, so now we have created an admin account successfully. So let me log in with my admin information. I have my login details already in the cookie, so let me log in. So now it still takes me to the normal place. If I click here, I don't have username, I don't have address because we didn't allow admin to have username. But now if I go to /admin, you can see I can access admin. So you can see the two different between the normal regular account. Now you can see the normal regular user's account is negative, is false, is admin is false, where the account that will grant the permission to be able to control this web app, to access the administration of this website as a true is admin column. So that is that. So let's test this out. Let me log out and log in with the former account that is not granted the permission. So I've logged out, and let me log in with my old account that is just a regular account, that's not an admin account. I will sign in, then 111 login. So invalid password. Valid password. Interesting. Okay. It is the right email address that I use. Let me quickly check my email address. I think I made a mistake. Now I can't even sign in. I'll talk about the error that we'll see in the next class. Okay, let me sign up again. I forgot my details. Programmer Kareem at kareem.com. Password will be 2341 2345. Sorry. Then address will be Nigeria, Lagos. Okay, password is 2345. Email is Kareem. So let me log in. So we have Kareem at kareem.com. Password is 2345. Then we log in. Okay, now you can see. So with this account that I logged in with now, let me try and access the admin. You can see it's telling me URL not found. Okay, since we have URL not found, so let me try and go back to profile, dashboard. Sorry, let me go to the dashboard and let me log out. So let me log in with administrator account, which is this account. So if I visit admin URL now, okay, now you can see I have access to the record. So this is how it is. So we'll quickly do something in Jinja 2. In our dashboard .html, we need to do something. So as I said earlier, in Jinja 2, you can do a little bit of Python code inside your HTML with Jinja 2. So I have to call this if current user dot is admin equals to true. Then we need to display something. We need to display list. Okay. Okay. So we have a admin. So whenever an admin login, an admin will be able to click on a link called admin. but if a normal regular user login, they won't be able to see it. So that's what we want to do now. So let's just put /admin. Okay. Else if the logged in user is not an admin, let's just leave it blank, and we end if. Though we can just remove the else, but it might, I'm just demonstrating it so that you can know that you can also put else there. So we just have to end the if statement, and then let's go back to our page here. Let's go back to our dashboard. And I can see we have three navigation now. We have this, but let me log out, and let me log in with my regular user ID. So kareem@kareem.com. okay, and let me log in. So we still have this bug, so let's quickly check something. Okay, Kareem. Okay, so that means I did not log out earlier. I need to log out, go back to home page. Let me see if my session is out. Okay, my session is out, so let me log in now. Let's quickly see what is pushing this back and why we can't access it. We can still access it. I think my session is still active, I guess. Let me quickly, let's just display. Let's do something here. Let's block this else statement. Okay, let's go back and let's log out. So we still have this guy here, so let's quickly debug it. So let's see what is causing that, why is still there. Let me check if the account that I'm logged in with is an administrator. Okay, let me log in with this account first. Log out. Log in. Okay, so what is happening to the password? Let me try to access my admin panel. Okay, can't access it. Anonymous. This account has administrator privilege. Okay, this account has administrator privilege, and remember the reason why this is telling us is a wrong password. I think we can't have two information related as a password in the database. So I'll look through this in the next class, but I need to fix this. Oh, so I'm typing the wrong password. So let me log out. Password is 2345. Okay, and kareem.com. The password is 2345. Let's log in. can see when I log in with the right information, it doesn't display admin. So which means it's only account that is granted admin permission that can only see admin. If this class is a little bit tricky and you don't understand it, you can comment down below. I'll definitely give you a response, and you have my email. You can check my profile, and see you guys next class. And please follow us on Twitter, on our Facebook, our YouTube channel, Medium, any social media. You see Codeside Academy, try to like us, and we are always ready to have feedback. If you have any comments, any suggestion, it's the chat button beside you by your right side. We'll always give you a response. And see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.